My name is Laura. I have been a caregiver for 4.5 years to my father. It is now time to transition to the next phase of my life. Stay with me and see what happens. Hey everyone, it is Tuesday, September 5th, and I thought it was about time for a job update and show you what we did over the weekend. Okay, so Travis has actually applied for 3 different jobs. One is actually 2 are in Wilson, North Carolina, which is the Purple Thumbtack. So just on the east side of Interstate 95, right below Rocky Mount. And then he applied for the one in Kinston, which is right there where 70 and 11 meet, and 117. They all meet right there. It's where the blue thumbtack is. Now the green thumbtack, right there on Interstate 40, that is a town called Rose Hill, and that is a place that Travis is considering applying for a job, but he hasn't yet. So those are the 3 jobs that he's applied for, and he's looking at other options still. We have a few more weeks before we really have to make a definite decision. There have been lots of things that we have been taking into account in considering relocating to the East Coast. One is the weather. We picked it because it seems like it's fairly warm climate. It's not much of a winter there, which is something we're both interested in. But with this being hurricane season and it being right on the East Coast, we are looking at that possibility too. Right now we're tracking Irma, Hurricane Irma. We're following it to see what it does, and we're also kind of investigating to see what type of prep you have to do if you suspect that a hurricane is coming into your area. Here in the Midwest, what we have to deal with are tornadoes, and you get about you know that a storm is getting ready to happen that potentially may cause tornadoes, so you have sometimes an hour time to be prepared. But if an actual tornado drops out of the sky, you sometimes only have a few seconds to be prepared. So that's something we've had to live with for the past 4.5 years. Now we're kind of shifting gears to see what you have to do for hurricanes. Well, it looks to us, at least, looks like you have maybe 4 or 5 days notice. I mean, you definitely know when there is a hurricane, and it takes days for it to kind of figure out what track it's going to go on. So as long as you're watching the weather on a consistent basis, I feel like you have plenty of time and warning to know that one is coming. And the preparations for what you can do as far as protecting your house, protecting your home. Obviously we don't know a whole lot about it yet, but that is stuff that we're looking at. So that's one thing. And then also, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in Charlotte, North Carolina right now. So protection is also something that we're looking at. Travis and I we grew up around guns. It's not a big deal. We both own handguns. We both own hunting rifles. We were both very comfortable around firearms. Over the weekend, Travis and I both bought a couple of handguns, and then we went out and did some target practice. So I'll show you how that went.
What you doing?
Getting ready to use my 380 for the first time.
Can I see it? Oh, ain't that cute?
Hides in the small of my back very nicely.
You gonna shoot?
Yeah. Here. side actually tells you what it is.
Oh, first mistake. Laura Gale. So many men that are going to be disappointed in you right now.
I can edit that out. Alright, now what?
Check. Is it jammed? Clear? Mm-hmm. My little girly gun. Let's see what it does.
Now, is it true that you had to have that gun just because I was getting my 380?
No, I wanted one because I get tired of carrying this around. It gets kind of heavy.
Yeah.
Which is okay for a truck gun, but walking around town, I think I want this. Ready?
Ready.
Here.
And here's Travis's 380.
I went a little buck wild. I think that's my first shot though. I think.
This time I'm shooting the LCP2 Ruger. The reason I went with the car is because I can get my pinky on the grip on the car and I cannot on the LCP2. So we're going to see what the difference is.
Oh, right in the head. The brass goes backwards on that one. Do you have trouble?
I had to reposition my grip each time.
Did you?
Yeah.
Alright.
I would shoot it and then I would have to get it centered back in my cradle, my hand again. I didn't do that on my car. With the LCP2, my shots, I only shot 3 times.
Oh, geez.
Here, here, and here. I already know that I pull the gun as I pull the trigger, which is why it goes down and to the right. But I really do that even more because I have to reposition my hand each time on the LCP2. Okay, this is Travis's group shooting my car 380 compared to his group shooting his LCP2 380.
Now be fair.
He shot slower on the car than he did with his LCP2, which means he took more time to shoot. This is our Ruger 22 with suppressor.
It's a big one. Clear?
2, 3, 4. And then that's probably mainly me down there too. But these 4 are also me.
So there's 1 up top, 3 down below, and they're all basically in the 8. No, you got a 9.
And that's Travis's grouping. Take away my 4 inside. I know that the more that I shoot, the less I will pull the gun as I'm pulling the trigger. So just need to get more practice in there. And that's it for the day. See you all later.